Yo, what's good, people? Welcome to Broken Theory. Today we got a special guest, man, my homie Phoenix from Phoenix. What's good?
What's good, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm blessed, brother.
Amen.
Hell yeah. So your name is PHX98. Let's talk about that real quick. How'd you get that name?
So the name, it's actually my gamer tag, for PlayStation. Phoenix is where I'm from, and then 98 is the year I was born. So I just been going with that because my actual name doesn't sound like a good rap name. So I just went with that.
Do you want to say that on wax? So
not my full name. People already like Santonio doesn't sound like a cool rap name. No.
You can make it work, man. You know, there's hella shit going on right now, man. You just put a little in front of it, Lil Santonio. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro. But talk about your process coming up. Like, how did you first get involved with making music? What was that process like for you?
I first started getting involved as soon as I graduated high school. Like towards the end of my senior year, I started making beats. And all throughout.
What year was that?
That was 2016.
Okay.
And throughout college, I went for like 3.5 years. But for business management, I got like scholarships and shit. I was a really smart kid. And I got.
Why you say was like past tense, bro? Come on. You are.
Oh yeah, I'm still smart.
Come on.
I'm smart. Yeah. But I was smart enough to get the scholarships though during high school. And so I went to college and I didn't know what I wanted to do, but it hit me. While I was in class, I was just making beats and I'm like, oh, this is what I want to do. Like I want to do music. The whole time I was doing beats during their lectures, I have an earbud in and I'll just be making beats. They're like talking and shit. But
that made you focus a little bit more on what they were saying, huh?
Yeah. So
like
I did get. There was a lot of like in business they teach you a lot of just like business stuff, like make sure you get copyrights, and they would talk about different stuff. There was a section over there talking about like music, and they'll talk about copyrights and stuff like that. And yeah, it was just I learned certain things in those 3 years that still stick to me. But
what would you say is the biggest thing that you learned that you like could not pay for as far as a lesson, like an invaluable experience that you learned?
A valuable experience.
Valuable.
Invaluable?
Yes.
One thing I've really learned throughout the years was just like multitasking and time management is one major thing I learned while doing that. But as far as like the business stuff, copyrights was a big thing that I really focus on when we're talking about music. And I just started doing more research and stuff. I even talked to you too. And you would tell me like BMIs and do marketing stuff and
I feel it. No, I feel it. I mean, it's not for everybody. And, you know, to be honest, especially as an artist, man, you know, I don't feel like that makes or breaks your career. You know what I mean? It's good to know, you know, whatever you want to know for a career, you know, as a backup plan, or if the music is your backup plan, however you're doing it, you know, whatever works out best for you is good. Can you share a pivotal moment in your career that like you were kind of conflicted as far as like whether you should go through and follow through with this?
Yeah, this was actually before I met you, which is wild, but it's probably like a couple months before I met you.
When did you meet me?
What
year?
2020, right? Yeah, around there, 2020, 2021.
Okay.
So this was like around that time, like a few months before. I remember I was making just like when you first started making music, so I started making music like 2018, 2019, like actually recording and stuff. So it took me like 3 or 4 years to like feel confident in like my delivery. And I remember I was getting like really discouraged one day, and I was like in the living room talking with my family, and just telling them like, man, I don't know what to do. Like, I really want to do this, but I don't know like where to go, like how to do shows or how to like put my stuff out there. And then I followed you on Instagram because I followed your YouTube page too, where you make beats. And then you did the God is Good open verse, and I did the open verse, and that was like a good push for me because it gave me like confidence to keep going, as well as like opportunity too, like to reach out through the internet with people now, and like the clubhouse things you used to do open doors for me to certain artists that I still talk to. And it's I don't know, it's kind of crazy, like it happened so quick. And then from there I started doing open mics, and then from the open mics I started meeting people and then doing shows. And now there's people in the comedy and music scene that are booking me to do like sets for their shows that they run, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I seen you've been busy, man. What's a message that you would give to your younger self, knowing all that you know from all the experience that you just spoke about, to like kind of get yourself prepared for what's about to happen?
Don't be scared and stay away from the hoes. It's like the main thing. Stay focused, like
distraction.
Stay focused and just keep improving. Don't give up. But those moments where you feel like you're gonna give up is when you like improve the most.
Can you describe a time to where you felt most vulnerable? I know you spoke about like speaking with your family and letting them know your frustration, your pains as an artist, like not being able to do the things that you want to do. But was there anything that was going on between yourself as far as like self-doubt, that like you thought you couldn't do it, or like was it more or less like you didn't have the resources?
It was a little bit of both during that time. A little bit of both, because I didn't have anywhere to go. And I also was like, damn, my shit, is it trash? But
what made you think that though?
When one of my homies who I went to school with would like repost other people's music, but not mine. And so it kind of like made me feel like, damn, maybe my shit ain't that good.
How did you overcome that?
I started writing. I started writing with more confidence and like with this chip on my shoulder kind of thing. I don't know if it's like wrong by me, but I don't talk to this person anymore because that shit really made me like frustrated. But I don't know. I don't know. I get real like, I take this shit real personal sometimes, and I feel like that's a bad thing sometimes, but I don't know.
I mean, in the business, bro, you can't take nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? Because the music business, bro, is 10% talent, 90% business.
Finesse, baby.
You know what I'm saying? And there's so many talented people out there, but I think like that source of like external validation, you know what I'm saying? Like chasing that, it's always a bad end game for an artist, me personally. That's what I've learned from my experience, you know? I've learned that like doing certain projects are for me, you know what I'm saying, versus for the fans. You know, there's certain things that I just want to do. There's certain things that my fans just want, you know, like just off of seeing what they like and what they don't like. So I mean, I completely see the vision, bro, and I see where you're headed as far as like your music and stuff. Talk about how it is producing your own music.
Yeah, bro, I love it. Like, you know, too, like producing, you can like take the song to whatever emotion you're trying to grasp for like the topic.
Yeah,
and it gives you a lot of like control, you know, like
absolutely.
I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like you have like a full grasp on the entire song because you can like adjust how it sounds production wise.
Do you feel like that's a good thing always or a bad thing? Because like sometimes like as a creative, you know, it could be a bad thing that like we become obsessed with like one song and sit there and work on it every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you ever have times that you do that?
Yeah, I'm getting better at letting it go though. Like, I have songs where are never gonna get released because it's just like I made the song, I was feeling the song at the time, and then I was like, I'll just throw this in the vault. Maybe one day I'll come back to it. Kind of like trying not to put too much stress on myself over one song and just like move on to the next one and see how it goes.
So at what point of your process did you find out that you needed to have a vault? Or that you wanted to have a vault? Not that you want to. Yeah, you don't need to.
While I was making Everything Is Fine, so like 2023-ish, is when I started realizing like not all these songs need to go out. Some of these songs are just for like me and like my brothers, or my pops listens to my music all the time. He has a full playlist of just unreleased stuff. So I figured like I make songs for me and like them is how I look at it now. So when I release songs, it's kind of like whatever fits the flow of the project, of the topic I'm talking about. I don't want to make it too long though, because I feel like the shorter the project is, not like too short, but like probably like no more than 13 songs, you can get a good grasp of like the attention of the listener.
Nah, I totally get it, bro. I totally get it. Today's society, they're saying a goldfish has more attention span than human beings. It's very sad.
Yeah.
But talk about the role that collaboration has in your process. Like, how do you go about it, and how often do you do it?
Collaboration. Recently I've been like not collaborating as much, mainly because I just had a bad experience out here with people like doing that. Like a lot of like egos get involved. Like there are talented people out here too, and like collaborating with you as well. There's people that are like legit good people, like serious about the music. Then there's people that are like trying to just like get ahead and like not real, I guess is the best way to say it. They're not like authentic, they're not real. It's just like a second face they put on with this whole music shit. And it's like I ran into like a few people that were like that, and it's I don't know, it's just I'm very like cautious when I work with people now. I really gotta like for real fuck with your music or just fuck with you as a person. I'm not just gonna work with just anyone who's like, yo, let's work. If I don't
But I mean, it's an investment, bro. You gotta look at it as the amount of time that you spend on your craft. It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel when your state of flow gets interrupted?
You mean like a block, like a writer block?
I just interrupted. Like you're stopped. You're not able to do what you want to be able to do.
I just feel kind of weird, like you're stuck kind of feeling. Is that what you mean?
I mean, necessarily, like, in order for you to stop what you're doing, working on your album, working on beats, doing your flow, your state of flow as an artist, as Phoenix, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How does that feel? Like you have to stop that in order to collab with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So like, there has to be a certain limit of like, I don't know, the way one carries himself, I guess you could say, their work ethic, certain things about them that like make you take that investment in a sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's just like, I don't know, bro. That's how I've learned to carry myself, bro. Cause like, you know, you gotta stop what you doing to like fuck with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And like when you do that, these people don't even take themselves serious, bro. They're not even promoting their shit. The needle's not even going forward, bro. They decide they don't want to release no music for 4 years or however, you know what I mean? So it's like, is that really a good investment?
True. I look at that too. Like people, there are people who you could tell who are like more serious, and there's like the promotion thing too. Like if your Instagram page, if I don't know you make music, when I look at your Instagram page, it's kind of like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you say you're.
I feel you, but I mean, like, but it's bigger than that, bro. Because I mean, some people like don't know how talented they are, and there's some people that just like know, but they don't even want no fame or anything from it. So like, they don't even want to be in that business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's different angles of this shit, but like you just gotta find yours and work accordingly. You know what I'm saying? I done been through it. You know what I'm saying? I done been through where, you know, I work with people and I end up doing all the work. I'm mixing and mastering. I'm making the beats. I'm doing all of this shit, and they just sitting there chilling, not paying for shit, like not contributing. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking making my crib a mess. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's
That's
like
exactly what I had to go through. That was exactly what you said. I had to go through the same shit with someone, and I'm like,
but you know, when you told me that you were gonna start like venturing off, I did have a conversation with you.
Yeah,
I did warn you about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I did try to warn you about that shit, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But like, it just goes to as far as like when you're working with yourself, you hold yourself to a certain standard, and you realize other artists don't have that standard. And it's not like necessarily a bad thing, but it's not also a good thing, because like you don't want to have to babysit another artist, you know what I mean? And like tell them, hey, you just gotta promote the song that we're dropping tomorrow. Like they should already have their own thing, you know what I mean? And if they don't, then they're not on the level of like what, you know what I mean? Like you have to view it as a different type of work, like not charity in the sense, but like you don't care how it does, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just gotta promote it.
It's like a passion project. Yeah, exactly. It's a passion project. You know what I mean? But like moving forward as an artist and like learning to carry yourself a different way, I mean, it kind of weeds out all of like wasting time, you know what I'm saying? Because when you see certain shit about the way certain artists moves, you're like, I work way too hard to be just given, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that come up off of what I did just to not do shit with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Like,
you can't just let anybody align themselves with you, bro. You gotta know. You know?
Yeah.
Anyways, man, for real, what's coming next for you?
Next, I'm in the process of mixing and mastering a project called All I See Is Glass People. And the name of the title, thing behind that name is kind of like me, based where I'm living at currently. When I walk outside, I see a bunch of like prostitutes, pimps, homeless people, drug addicts, and like a bunch of like kids that have no sense, and it's just me kind of observing every time I go outside the kind of things I see. And it's just kind of like pretty much a story, just like observing stuff. I'm not snitching on anyone, but it's just observing like this is some real stuff that these rich, wealthy people wouldn't want to be around.
It's crazy, man. Like the way that you just told that story, man, it sounds like kind of like good kid, Mad City vibes, bro. Just like,
yeah,
I don't know, bro. Just like it's just that energy that you kind of giving off, bro. Like you about to tell them, bring these people to your home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
fire as hell, bro. So hey, let's talk about you as an artist real quick. Who would you say is 5 artists that inspired you?
5 artists inspired me. Since we're talking about good kid, growing up I did listen to Kendrick a lot. I listened to Earl Sweatshirt. Does it have to be hip hop or can it be any genre?
Whatever you want, bro.
I'm gonna say a band that inspired me is Portishead. Their sound is pretty trippy. I love System of a Down and DJ Quick. His whole like just approach to music is inspiring as fuck, bro.
He made some classics.
Yeah.
Nah, that's fine, bro. So how do you balance the creativity as far as like the moments to where you feel uninspired? What do you do?
I watch movies or TV shows. I noticed I've been doing this thing where I watch a TV show or a movie, or I'll go out to open mics, like comedy mics, and like just kind of interact with people, chill with the homies and stuff, and like maybe like a conversation will spark something in my head of like, oh, that'll be something good to write, or maybe I'll hear a sample out somewhere, like at the store or something, and I'll Shazam the song, and then I'll come home and I'll sample it. Or like I'll watch a movie or a TV show and I hear the soundtrack and I'm like, yo, this is a tight soundtrack, and I'll look it up. Like I noticed that's what's been kind of inspiring me to get out of that slump.
Yeah.
Like those kind of things.
Is there anything that you learn not to do as a creative?
What not to do is trust people, I guess, in this whole shit. Cause I don't know, or like kind of be careful, be cautious is one thing I gotta do more. Not be so like believe that no one's gonna do you wrong kind of mentality. Cause there are people that are like they do that stuff, they try to do you wrong, and that's one thing I learned, is to not be gullible, especially in this business, because it is a business. That's one main thing I learned. Yeah, I'm working on like not letting like that validation of when other people like give me feedback on shit, whether it's positive or negative, to like accept it as just what it is and not really give too much emotion to that, and just like learn how to take positive and negative feedback.
Absolutely.
Without bothering. Yeah.
Nah, I feel that, man, because like at the end of the day there's still work to do, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I feel like when you sit there and take the time to like listen and like even tune into that frequency, bro, like of like entertaining it, you know what I'm saying? You're taking your eye off the prize.
Yeah.
You stopping, you know what I mean? You stopping to push the needle forward and you going backwards, looking at some shit you already did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Like a good example is I get like DMs from like one of these artists that I don't rock with, of him just sending me a bunch of like bullshit. And so I just stopped opening that shit and I just like delete the messages. Cause it's like, I don't even care anymore. You know, like,
Yeah.
if someone wants to talk shit about me, go ahead. But I don't care anymore. Like, I let that shit go now.
Nah, I feel it, bro. You gotta do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro, like you just gotta push the needle forward. That's it.
Yeah, man. Let the success and the grind and the work ethic speak. You know?
Yeah. What advice would you give someone just starting their creative journey?
Find your nearest open mic and just go from there. Look up online, open mics near me, whatever city you're from, and just go from there. Like, once you feel confident enough to like perform this in front of people, like I practice in my room. Like, I'll do like a mock performance where I'm memorizing my lyrics over the instrumental out loud, so that when it comes time to do it in front of people, I'm already used to this. Like, I know how to rhyme on this instrumental because I practice my lyrics. That would be some advice I would give. Once you're ready, you feel confident. Even if you feel a little nervous, that's normal. But once you feel like I need that breakthrough, I need to do something, find an open mic and just go from there. You'll meet people, and they'll open opportunity for sure in the city because it's all networked.
Absolutely. I mean, if you don't have a studio, you know, you might find somebody that does, that might be willing to help you out. Might be willing to, you know what I mean, let you record there for free, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta talk to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta show them what you got. Don't be scared of that. Can you share a story, like one of your favorite stories from your career?
The Florida trip was sick. We went out there. I say that was a cool experience to go out there because that was the furthest I've ever been from home. But yeah, it was cool. Me chilling with the family too.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
It was a good experience. Another experience would be I went to Austin, Texas in March.
South by Southwest, right?
Yeah, with De La Prime. He's an artist out here who's been real active in getting like stuff going for Arizona. And so he invited me out there, which was cool. That was the first time I got to meet him in person out in Texas, and we had our slot of like the Arizona people, and then there was like Houston people, and then I think like Atlanta people. It was like we were all broken down in by like cities, like where we're from. So that was pretty chill. But yeah, the opportunity, like I couldn't thank him enough for that opportunity too, because that was a cool experience.
Yeah, man. South by Southwest is just one of them ones, man. Every year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna do what it was created for. You're gonna meet hella people. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be able to push the needle with that. Is there anything that you want to say that you're working on coming soon for the people before we go?
Soonest thing right now is all I see is glass people. I have just another project I'm working on too. So I'm working on like multiple things, but the thing I'm really focused on right now is the All I See Is Glass People project. I'm in like the engineer mode where I'm like mixing it, trying to figure out how to transition, what order will be better for the songs and stuff. So that's what I'm on right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Nah, I really appreciate you taking the time, man, to sit with me and talk to this. You know what I mean? This podcast is a new platform, but I just created it for artists to tell their story. You know what I mean? And for us to be able to merge fan bases and people to know about you and people to know about me and create a community, you know what I mean, around this shit. And we all make music together about it. So definitely, gonna send you a beat and we're gonna see what's up, man, for this next album that I'm getting ready to.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Sure.